a friend can say that a pastor told me that this girl is evil, and so I just decided to cut them off. Right. So maybe you didn't even do anything wrong. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So I don't think you should take it to heart at all, especially if you know that you were a good friend and you did your best.
I did my part.
Maybe it's even great that that person has left you. Maybe. That I was once dating a guy and I was so in love that when he told me, let's keep this private for now, I actually believed him. As beautiful and intelligent as I am, I actually believe that. Did you know that there's a term for it, and it's actually a type of abuse, and it's something that you don't want to go through. You do not want to experience that. It's Yazzie Singari. Stay with me and my guests as we delve right in this topic. And today I have with me a very, very special guest. He's not only a friend, he's like a family member to me, and he is the one and only Joey B. His name is actually Joey Bedwei, but I like tricked you guys into thinking it was Joey B, the Tonga Joey B.
Not that one. Not that one.
How are you doing?
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Joey is an actor, an entrepreneur, a socialite. Joey is the go-to guy. He's been on several reality TV shows. He's worked with every celebrity, every major hospitality company. He consults with them, so it's really great to have you here.
Thank you so much.
How are you feeling?
Good. As usual.
Yeah, I know, right? Always.
I try.
Always. But as good as I look, can you believe that I once dated a guy and we broke up, then we got back together, and he was like, look, because we've been on and off, this time, I want to get it right with you, I want to marry you, so let's just keep it between you and I, let's keep it between you and I for now, and then let's just surprise everybody with a wedding. And guess what I said?
Yes. Wow. How old were you again?
I'm not going to tell you. I'm too embarrassed about it. I'm way too embarrassed about it.
If you were young, then we would say you were young and stupid. So you were young. We'll just leave it at that.
I think I was in love and stupid. You know they say, only fools fall in love. So I think the love definitely had me looking stupid. And yeah, guess what? Yeah, we didn't get married. Mm-hmm. So based on my experience, I realized, okay, I didn't know that there was a term for this. So Joey, what's your take on it? Did you know there was such a term?
I had no idea. But when you spoke about it, I realized that that's the reason why some things happened in the past. And I went through those experiences. So I guess linking it to that would make more sense as to what the term is.
So have you experienced it before?
I have once or twice, but
really more than once?
Twice.
Twice.
When you have a partner or a loved one, and they always have a way of stashing you by keeping you away from their family. I don't want to go here because of this, because of that. There are little red flags that make me realize that I was stashed.
You were stashed a couple of times. If it's your first time, I'm happy. I'm elated that you tuned in. You know what we do here on the Better You podcast is that we try to help you, guide you. Let's go through this thing called life together. Through the good, the bad, everything. Let's face it together. Why do you think people do that, though?
There's come to think about it, there's a lot of reasons for that. Some good, some bad. I feel like it depends on the individual or the couple as a whole. If the person decides to stash you away from their family, it could be because of their cultural values, or their religious beliefs, or the way they were brought up. Some people just don't like PDA, And when they don't do it, you feel like you're being snatched. Maybe you're not being snatched. They just don't know how to do those things, or they weren't brought up that way. So it's a 50-50. You literally have to sit down and talk to this person about it and find out, do your homework well and find out why you're being stashed.
Now, do you know the other similar term to stashing? Pocketing.
Okay.
So there's this other term called pocketing. And while I was getting ready for this podcast, I looked it up, and some people say the pocketing and stashing are the same thing. That it's the same thing. But other people also say that pocketing is when sometimes it's the reasons you just gave. Maybe the person doesn't really like PDA. Maybe the person's cultural values. Maybe the person is really even social. Maybe the person wants to keep things like it's just really a private person. Some people are like that. But stashing is when the person actually makes that conscious effort to do it.
Right.
I mean, I'm going to throw the questions out to you. You know, let us know in the comments. What do you think? Do you think there's a difference between stashing and pocketing? Or do you think that stashing and pocketing is the same thing?
Right.
But how did you feel when this happened to you?
I did not like it. I didn't like it. I would sit this person down and we would talk, and there would always be some flimsy excuse like, oh, you know, it's nothing, don't think about it too much, you're in your head, you're overdoing it, and then you start, you know, second guessing yourself. So then I'm not the kind of person who likes to chase after an explanation or ask you why you did this or whatever. I'll just keep it to myself and say, well, maybe it's just me. And sometimes, you know, when you think about it, sometimes it is just you. You're in your head too much. Some people have reasons like maybe you just don't dress well, and they can't tell you. So they would rather stash or pocket you because you don't dress well. And they don't want to hurt your feelings, so they're just going to be quiet about it, which is wrong. I feel like you should always sit down and talk about stuff.
I love that you said that, guys. That's why it's important that you stay tuned to the Better You podcast so that you can learn how to be an overall the best version of yourself. Because you're absolutely right. Sometimes it is a conscious reason why they do it. Sometimes it's because you're living a double life. You're cheating.
Right.
Sometimes you're married. Sometimes you're embarrassed of you. Sometimes you're ashamed of you. Sometimes they do not want to take it to the next level. They actually have no plans of ever being serious with you. So it just makes more sense to stash you. Sometimes for cultural reasons, you know, they might just not want to tell you their family or their friends about you. So this is real, and it really actually happens. And when it happens to you, it can affect the way you look at yourself, the way you think, the way that you feel, and your self-esteem. And when it happens to you, like when it happened to me, it's only happened to me once. I didn't even realize that was what was happening because it really was the truth that we had been back and forth for a while.
Right.
And it was kind of to the point that like now I don't even want to tell people that we're still together because it's like, oh, 1 minute this, 1 minute that. So it made sense to me in my brain in that moment, like, okay, if we just focus on each other and do our best on each other, then, you know, we get married, everything, then it's okay, yeah, this is what it is. You know, so for me, I didn't realize that it was happening to me. So how everything played out in the end, I realized like, no, actually this guy made a conscious reason to do that.
Right.
He had his reasons. He had no plans of marrying me. He had no plans of taking it a step further. It was not what I thought it was. Like this man was living like a quadruple life, not even like a double life, like a quadruple life, you know? So that's how it
You're a better version of you.
Yes, I am. I mean, ultimately, I ended the relationship.
Good.
Ultimately, I actually ended up ending the relationship for other reasons. But then later on, I realized, like, wait, this is what it was. And as I was looking things up, I realized that, oh, there's something called pocketing and stashing. And I'm like, let me share it with, you know, my amazing viewers. And if you're a regular here, thank you for your support. I appreciate it. Thank you for your comments, your likes, subscribing, rating, guys. Continue, keep it going. The social media is at BetterUPD by YS. It's right there on the screen. Make sure you stay with me. We're filming right here at Sugar Coated in Shiashi, Accra. Today, I'm feeling good. I'm excited. I'm happy. I'm feeling great. I'm on track. I'm working out. I'm eating healthy. I'm praying. I'm keeping all those demons away from me.
That's good. That's amazing.
It's,
I love you.
Say that
We
again.
love you.
Oh, I love you more. I love you more. You know, I'm just like, let me share this because some people don't know. You know I didn't know. At my age, as intelligent as I am, all the schools I've been to, I didn't even know that this existed. So it's good to share it. And if you are fortunate to realize that this is happening to you, what do you think the person should do?
Seeking advice is priority. It's number one. Go see a counselor, see a doctor, see a therapist.
Thank you for watching the Better You podcast. Joey and I will be back next week with more.